everyone, and welcome to the NTR podcast. This is episode 61. I am one of your hosts, Raven, and I'm joined with our usual suspects, Monkey.
Hello everyone, my name is Lord and Monkey. I am, as per usual, very wholesome and glad to be back.
And Karma.
Welcome everybody, I'm Air of Karma, the stuffed one of these podcasts.
And today's...
We're suspects now? What the hell does that have to do with anything?
I've always called us suspects, I thought. I don't know.
No, you never called us suspects.
In my mind, I always say the word suspects. I just never say it out loud, apparently. I don't know. I don't know what to call us, because I am one of your hosts, and I'm joined by the other two hosts. See, I guess that's what I should have said, actually, in hindsight. But
that's what you always say, though.
That's what I meant to say. Anyway, today's episode is Offbrand games, and if you don't understand what that means, it means porn. So we're gonna be talking about porn. I couldn't put it in the title, so oh my god, are you fucking shitting me?
Hold on.
And then
no,
Karma.
It's my uncle.
Alright, I guess we're gonna start with Karma. So each of us have 3 games to talk about. We didn't bring any guests on today like we did last time. And I feel like this audio is a little loud. Let me turn it down a little bit more. There we go. Felt like that was a little high on there. If anyone's in chat, let me know if the volume is still too loud on the background music. So I got 3 games, Monkey got 3 games, Karma got 3 games. Keep in mind, all of our games can be found in the Porn Games channel of the NTR Discord. If you want to join, make sure you are 18 plus and do !Discord. Hello Killer and hello Alcoholics. So, we now do the podcast on Mondays. This is our first episode actually starting on Monday. Wednesday we still stream, but we do Pokemon. We're doing a Soul Lock. And we can explain that on Wednesdays. We did our first episode of that last week. And that's at 6 p.m. CST, so an hour before now on Wednesdays. We still do the 7 p.m. CST to 9 p.m. CST at the latest on Mondays, which is today. Did I forget anything, Monkey?
I don't think so.
Alright then. I would say let's jump into the first game, but we gotta wait for Karma to get back. So how are you guys doing in chat? I just got done eating my lunch, because, yes, at 7 p.m. I'm just now eating lunch.
Why are you eating so fucking late?
Because I woke up at 2 p.m.
Fair enough.
Yeah, 6 p.m. PTSD, that sounds right. Also, thank you, Monkey, even though you're in call with me, for giving a sub.
Hey, no problem.
Where's my sub, huh? I never use it.
Yeah. You don't use it, you don't need it.
Yeah, I'm permanently subbed to the channel as the host, but, you know, it's fine. Apparently we've been streaming, or at least we've been affiliate for 15 months. So, I'd say it's our 16-month anniversary, basically.
Oh, yeah, more or less. Also, hello, Sarsa.
Who?
Killer's, Discord name.
Oh, okay. Yes. And really quick, why am I getting... I'm getting notifications because of our own podcast on other servers.
Nice.
Okay, who wants to start by talking about a game? I can start if you guys want me to, but if I do start, I'm going to start with the gay game, so...
Nice, go ahead.
You want me to start with the gay game? Okay.
Start with the gay game. I was going to start with the incest game, so...
Hey, Monkey, which one do you want to start with?
I could start with the like most disgusting fucking the one I hated, but like I prefer starting with something one of you two enjoyed before shit talking something.
Yeah, I'll talk about what I enjoyed. So, the reason I picked this game, I want to just preface this by saying that I like Fallout a lot. It's one of my favorite series, and I really like the setting of a post-apocalyptic futuristic world. Or alternate reality, if you want to get technical about it. But either way. The game I picked first is called Wasteland Lewdness. Let me go find the... Where the fuck is the channel? Why can't I find the channel? Because I'm not in the right fucking server. There we go, Porn Games. I closed all of the tabs just so I wouldn't accidentally show them on stream, but I have to have them open to read the tags to you guys. So, Wasteland Lewdness, currently on version 0.27.2, is by... my favorite series in the world, Fallout JoJo. Now, I love Fallout.
Nice.
The developer's name is Icy Vertinen, I believe is how you say it. And the game is essentially Fallout, except with more feminization. Sissification, if you want to call it that.
Oh god, sissification. We're getting...
Yeah, I told you it was a gay game.
That before.
It's not, like, the primary focus of the game. The primary focus is actually the setting, the fact that it's a post-apocalyptic world. But literally you have to start as a guy. They said that once they finish the game, they might make a version where you start as a girl, but they haven't gotten there yet. So you start off as a guy, and the very first encounter is you basically leave your city in search of a CPU chip. Sound familiar? And as you are walking down the road, a bunch of bandits jump you, and then this guy saves you, and he's like, hey, let me fuck you. And you're like, if you say no, he basically hits you with a gun and says, how about now? And you say no again, and he hits you again until you die unless you say yes. So, technically it's not a gay, like, forced game, but you're most likely gonna get that. There is, like, one very specific way you can get around it, which is allocating your stats properly, but that's very hard to do on your first playthrough if you don't know to do it. That's, like, my main gripe with this game, is that it has a system like the special system in Fallout. I forget what it is and what it stands for, but it basically is strength, dexterity, constitution, charisma, intelligence, and keen sense. And you put those stats into whatever you want, a stat from 1 to 10, and then you start your game. And then, depending on what clothing you wear, or what guns you have, or accessories you're wearing, will either increase or decrease those stats. And then there is also perks in the game, but I don't think they're implemented yet, except for the starting trait. So, the main focus of the game, like I said, is supposed to be getting the CPU chip for your tower, but you can also basically, like, the sissification is kind of like the main quest that's being developed currently, where the guy basically turns you into his slave and, you know, makes you gay, basically. But, there is other things you can do in this game. I'm going to read off some of these tags, but not all of them, because some of them are redundant, and some of them I don't feel like saying on stream. So, it's worth noting, actually, before I say that, the game does something I really don't like, which is it uses, art that has been stolen from other people. Except for the headshots, which are actually all done by, I forget the artist's name, but there's a specific artist working with the developer to make headshots of all, like, the main guys and girls. But the actual sex is animated, and it's, like, stolen from the internet. It's not good. So it's an adventure game with anal sex, it's animated, has bestiality, corruption, sissification, cream pie, dystopian setting, female domination, foot job, gay, hand job, male protagonist, oral sex, prostitution, rape, real porn. Oh yeah, there is real porn as well.
What does that actually sound like something you would play?
Slave, text-based, transformation, and vaginal sex.
Jesus fucking, because what does that really sound like something you would say and play?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a text-based. I was gonna guess that it was text-based.
Hey, but Chico says monkey. No, unfortunately you can't fuck monkeys in this game. I'm actually happy that's not the case. I will say, downsides of this game is that there is some scenes that are very, like, cringe, you could say, like bestiality tag shit. But the plus side is you can always avoid them.
That's with any game.
Yeah.
So you can avoid them, and I was about to say, and like turn them off or something?
You can't turn them off, but you can avoid them. Like, for example, you can rescue a dog in the starting town, The downside is that... Yeah, you choose not to, you just never rescue the dog. And you can also have the dog as a companion that helps you in combat, but there's also an option to have the dog have sex with you. So you can just avoid clicking that button, and you'll never actually get that bestiality. Thank God.
I don't want to have anything to do with bestiality, it's fucking disgusting.
Same. But, the other parts of the game I actually like. I don't really like the sissification, but I do like the dystopian setting a lot, and the slave tag, and the prostitution tag.
Are you telling me you're not enough of a bottom to like that tag?
No, I don't really like it that much. I like transformation, but I don't really like sissification, if that makes sense.
What's the fucking difference?
I get it.
Transformation is basically like, I woke up in a new body and now I'm a female. Sissification is like, I wear pink now. That's the difference. Okay. Sissification is literally a gay man.
So we're talking about like the Family Guy equivalent of gay, like the Family Guy stereotype gay.
Yeah. Yes. Alcoholics. I'm gonna stick with Sudoku for now.
From my experience, most sissification is forced.
Yeah, I can actually show these images on the monitor.
It's either that or hypnotism.
I can show one of these images, and that's this one right here.
Kind of forced.
So this is a female bandit, and this is what I was talking about when I said that they do like headshots of the actual game. This bandit is actually made for this game, and it looks very nice.
It's a very nice art, I'll have to say.
Yes. Again, though, that artist doesn't do porn, so he had to find other sources of porn. So he takes it either from porn videos or from, like, drawings or whatever. The game does have some Fuda characters, and it also has a lot of gay and also non-gay sex in it. Yeah. There's not a whole lot else I can really talk about this game, because a lot of the other pictures and everything aren't safe for work. But you can see what I was talking about with the stats. It is called the Dix system with 2 C's. So, you know. The currency of the game is gunpowder. And the actual, like, fights, the battles, are very simple. It's literally just attack or surrender, and that's basically it. So yeah.
That's basic.
I'm going to switch off of this monitor now, and then look at the other picture just to see what it says before I... Oh yeah, there's also blackmail in this game.
Of course there is, why wouldn't there be?
Yeah. It's all optional, and you're the one doing the blackmailing in this game. And there's actually, I think, 3 instances of blackmailing.
I mean, I don't see many games where... There are some games where you're the one getting blackmailed, but... Most of the times it's you doing the blackmailing because the male character often
is the one doing the blackmailing, yeah.
Yeah, well, because the male often when you see it in like either like even if it's not a straight game, it's more often than not the male character that is like putting his influence and you know like putting in his influence
I get what
and to basically force the person to know it, because it's, I would say it's stereotypically more of a thing that a dude would do than a female, if you follow stereotypes.
Yeah. Even in games where there's a female protagonist, you usually get blackmailed, and even if it's a gay game, you also get blackmailed, usually by a male. I haven't personally come across any games where you're blackmailed by a woman, but I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah,
by the way, I just want to say,
there is.
I've played a lot of games from this website, and a lot of them are either gay or transformation games. I don't know why, but that's just like the main type of game.
If you're a dude that transforms into a girl, is it still gay, or?
I think it completely depends on the person. If you want to switch back into a guy, then yes. If you accept that you're now a female, then I don't think it's gay.
But if you get corrupted into wanting to stay a female, but you wanted to change back at first.
I would say at that point it completely depends on the personality of the person that was transformed when they first had sex or got into a relationship.
That's true. That's also true. I've seen it. I personally played a game that has that exact scenario Monkey just described.
Yeah, a lot of the time it's like the person slowly is like, oh my god, guys with abs are hot. Wait a minute, what am I saying? It's like that.
Yeah.
So, at that point, I think it's still kind of gay.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
Not all the time.
It's kind of this shit scenario where, like, the guy slowly morphs into the bottom...
Yeah.
brainless female role.
Yeah, it's bimbofication, basically, after transformation.
Again, not all of the time.
By the way, Monkey, did you ever find a link for your third game?
I...
Didn't look?
Didn't look.
Okay, cool. Karma, your first game, which one do you want to talk about?
Oh.
Found it.
Yeah, so, I think I'll start with the Nun game.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. No.
Yep. Yeah, so, the game I'm talking about is Saint... Oh,
Emiliana.
Yeah, thank you. I was gonna say, I always call it Saint Emilia, but... Yes.
I'm noticing some of the tags on this, and I see that we are similar in that sense.
Spiff, don't spoil the future content of the episode!
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on, Spiff!
Anyway, Saint Emiliana, as Raven has so thankfully done that. Emiliana is... Well, she's a nun. Her goal is to rescue her sister, kind of. Like adopted sister. She's not really her sister, but they grew up in the church together, so... That kind of situation. Anyway, her sister can do healing magic, which is not good because magic is like devil's work. So...
Why is magic always devil's work?
I have to ask, is this in, like, our world, or is this, like, well, I mean, obviously there's magic, so it's not our world, but is it, like, a medieval setting?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't make sense why...
medieval and modern.
It makes sense why they,
I mean, they don't have any modern weapons, but, I mean...
Do they have electricity?
Modern-esque.
That's the main question, is do they have electricity? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have any vehicles, but they have electricity and the buildings are modern-esque.
Okay.
But, that's why, so I'd say it's half modern. But, that's not the point.
So it's kind of fairy tale kind of vibe, where like, it's kind of a medieval world, but not.
So a fantasy world then, in most cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantasy world. Anyway, so the sister gets taken to the main city, and you run up to the attic of the church you were staying at. You find a devil book. You make a pact with the devil who fucks you, fucks Amalia. Then you make a pact with the devil, and then you murder a bunch of soldiers, and then you're kicked out of the village.
So what? You become a succubus?
No, you don't. You're still a nun. You like undo the succubus contracts that they have.
Okay.
As you're going throughout the game.
And you undo them in very specific ways, I assume.
You have to make them come before you come. So yes.
Nice. Corrupting a nun, fuck yeah.
Spiff, we already covered that.
Yeah, literally.
If you check the notifications channel in our Discord, it'll tell you more about that.
Oh yeah, we're going back to streaming on Mondays, by the way.
Yeah, so Yeah, corruption. Religion, obviously. You're a nun. The character herself does some prostitution this day and night.
I was gonna say, it's not a nun at some point, it's just someone that fucking lives in a church.
Yeah.
So she was a nun. Was a nun.
Okay,
She
was.
Slowly unbecomes a nun. Because of how much
Unbecomes?
Unbecomes.
Yeah, because she's had to do so much, sexual stuff that she's just not.
Can we talk about
nun
that great fucking way to say that word?
It works.
Yes.
Unbecomes. I'm gonna retain that.
I mean, you have a better way to explain it.
Loses her nunhood? I don't know.
Yeah, she loses her nunhood.
Exactly. I mean, that's already been done when she was fucked by the devil. So.
Oh!
Yeah, do you not pay attention to that part, Monkey?
That.
No, I did not.
Oh, good job listening. You're on a podcast with
I?
a host and you can't even listen to your own host. Good job.
Hey, at least I've done karma, come on.
Didn't I? I did say that, didn't I? She gets fucked by a devil?
Yes, you said that like one of the first things when you were explaining it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's why I asked if she becomes a succubus, because that's usually how those types of things go, and then you explain that's not.
Yeah, no, she doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Is a succubus because she's trying to find her sister.
Yeah.
To stop her from basically being burned alive as a witch.
Let me check the religion tag.
Nice.
Why is there a religion
Totally
tag?
religious.
Yeah.
Is it made
I'm
using
not gonna
RPG Maker?
spoil what I know. Yes, this is an RPG Maker game.
RPG Maker can have sometimes some really well hidden gems.
Like this one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a complete.
Looking at the screenshots, I'm like,
Well, it depends
This is
also on
a
the
complete-
story, like...
The game is completed.
It says the game is...
Action.
It is worth mentioning that this game is completed on version 1.06, but there is a fan
Yes, it
patch
is.
for 1.07.4 on the website that I linked.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see why. I mean, there's a couple of minor bugs, but they're not like game breaking.
Yeah, and then I imagine it's also converted fully to English.
Kind of, yeah. There's a couple of things there, yeah. But it fixes some minor bugs and finishes most of the translation.
Yeah.
That's what I would assume that does.
And, Karma, can you read off some of the tags? Or do you want me to?
Yes, so it's got corruption, cosplay, fantasy, monster, prostitution, rape, religion, tentacles, turn-based combat.
Did you say monster? Yeah, there's monster and monster girl.
Yes.
Yeah, Spiff was on the fucking point.
Yeah.
This one does actually, Spiff. I'm gonna be honest. This one actually does. There's like a huge major plot twist near the end of the main game. There's a post game.
I don't...
Two of my
Yeah, the
games
main
have
game.
plot, but one of my games is just stupid.
All three of my games have actually a decent plot. Wasteland Lewdness is the one with the least plot.
Two of my games have plot, and one is for me to shit on.
Yeah.
Oh, but like this, no, this game's got a good plot. I mean, there's a major twist that I didn't even see coming. Well, no, that's a lie. I did kind of see it because one of in your confessional duties as a nun, you can. Well, yeah, you're a nun and you have confessional duties.
Professional dudes. Wow, it doesn't look like that.
I'm not linking them in the
Confessional,
YouTube
so
video.
funny.
If you want them, you have to join the Discord, which is 18+, and then go to the Porn Games channel. Because
So-
YouTube will delete those links and ban us.
And we don't want to lose all of our VODs.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
Cool.
Does anybody else have any questions about this game?
You seem to be, you're not as bad as Raven, but you two seem to like, the,
Questionable things?
The R tag a lot.
I don't know what you're referring to.
I know,
Okay.
right?
I can't lie. Kind of.
I prefer the monster tag, Kappa. I prefer the vaginal sex tag, actually, thank you. Let's be honest, though, all of our favorite tag is religion.
True,
Yeah.
yes.
That's. Yeah. Oh, right. I was talking about the confessional duties.
Yes, you were.
Oh. The confessional duties entail a man sticking his penis through a hole in the wall. And you either have to rub it or suck it.
God, so weird the way you said that.
You have to rub it or suck it. Jesus, man.
That's your confessional duty.
The fact that this the Offbrand Games episode, this is the perfect fucking word to say this.
So, in the future, you say you have to pleasure the man.
Okay, yes, you do. Point of completion.
Yes, there you
And
go.
then the gooey stuff goes into a strange-looking cup, and your confessional duties are complete.
Yes.
There you go.
I think we've spent enough time on Saint Emiliana. Unless you
Although
have something else to add.
Not really.
Nope, unless questions.
Yeah, so it's my turn then.
Yes, alcoholics.
What?
Alright, so
Oh
then-
yeah, the old good game of rubber sock.
Would you? So, miss, tonight would you prefer rubbing it or soaking it?
Either way. So, what game are you gonna talk about, Monkey?
Okay, you're next.
Fuck it, let's go with Dreams of Desire. And I know it's a shit game. I know because I've played it and I've played it in its entirety. Although it does have story.
Idea of it? Oh, you poor soul.
I actually know exactly what this game is, and I've only read the tags.
And I've played, and even though it's shit, I still kind of like it, mainly because it was one of the very first ones I've played, actually.
Hmm.
God, I
Well,
can't
that-
remember the first one I played.
Well, because I played this game, but as the chapters were coming out. So it felt better than just playing it one way through, because you had cliffhangers. You know what I mean? When the game cut at each chapter, there was a cliffhanger, and it got into some cold bullshit at some point in the game.
Else is it?
And yeah, and you get chased by people, and you have actually to save everyone because they want to basically murder everyone you love. And you have to play your shit right because basically, you get mind control powers, so you see where the fuck this is going.
I played
You
a game
get-
like that.
Yeah, so you know that the game is basically about mind controlling people into having sex.
That's tame.
Hey, Monkey,
it's
have you ever heard of
Yeah.
a game called Summertime Saga?
yes, actually I have.
How similar are these two games?
It's a good one.
I would not compare it to Summertime Saga.
Really? Okay.
Summertime Song is a lot better.
You think so?
I mean, they're
Do you
both
think
really
so?
bad.
That's
I mean,
the-
it's bad, but the good thing about this was that, you know, it introduced me to it, and it has a fairly good story. It's just that the sex part of it is kind of cringe.
Some of these pictures, by the way, are fucking hilarious. I always find these pictures just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because they're like 3D models and they just don't look right.
Well, they try to do 3D, but the problem is that it doesn't really work because the art style is not good enough.
Hey, question, why the fuck are there demons?
In what?
In this game, there's demon things.
Oh, the black dude, right? The
like-
pitch black person.
He's literally looks like he's made out of liquid, yeah.
Yeah, that guy is basically the thing that gives you the ability to control people into having sex.
Okay.
And that thing, you can either release it or not. If you release it, that's when the game goes to the cult bullshit. Because that thing boosts your power as shit, but some other people become aware of it and want to basically take like shards that can give you power and to give themselves power or some shit along those lines. The silence is awkward. Let's switch.
I'm just reading the tags and stuff. Do you want me to read the tags, or are you gonna read the tags for us?
Are they on Steam? No, they're not.
No, I'm looking at the F95 zone.
I don't have that open, so please do.
Okay, so, BDSM, cheating, corruption, foot job, group sex, harem, incest, interracial, male protagonist, MILF, mind control, mobile game, monster, multiple endings, multiple penetration, rape, sex toys, sleep sex, spanking, stripping, and voyeurism.
Can we talk about the fucking cheating
I'm
tag
sorry,
on this game? Because your character is single.
I think the women are the one cheating.
Maybe, but
I mean, if you're in a harem, you're kind of cheating on everyone else in the harem when you have sex with one of them.
yeah, but they're all
Yes and
aware
no.
of it though.
Yeah.
Because it's not cheating because the protagonist is in a polygamous relationship.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm ready to move on when you guys are, because I got nothing else to say about this game, and we still got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 more.
Alright, let's go to the next one then.
Alright, next one would be mine then. Let's talk. Oh, do you guys want the Succubus game or the Barbarian game?
I'm
Roll
curious
one.
about the barbarian one.
That one's gonna take me a while to explain, so let's go to it. So, the Barbarian game, it is a 3D Dark Souls-esque game. It is called The Last Barbarian by Victor Black.
Fuck.
Yes, you heard me right. It is a Dark
No,
Souls-esque game.
Spiff. Yes, I have an exceptional orca picture for next time. What the fuck?
I don't know what he's talking about either. I'm just gonna read
Is he going
the,
insane?
I don't know. I'm gonna read the overview
Listening
of
to
this
us?
game.
Yes.
Oh fuck, wrong chat. Nice.
Nice, dude.
So,
Explains it all.
The Last Barbarian is a third-person action role-playing game. You are encouraged by the game to proceed with caution, learn from past mistakes, or find alternate areas to explore. If you're not careful, monsters will be able to have sex with you, and you will have to start from the very beginning. The Last Barbarian takes place in a fantasy, I don't know how to say that, Newell realm? Plunged into darkness and debauchery after the arrival of the ancient goddess of flesh. She gives everyone most what they want, but she distorts all desires, and so the whole world is plunged into perversion and violence. Everything around is nourished by sexual energy. The protagonist of the game woke up in a dungeon after the battle with the orcs in her village. She is the last barbarian from a tribe of local Amazons. They never submitted to anyone and valued only their freedom and love, but now she is driven by a thirst for revenge and a desire to revive her tribe.
Yes.
So, essentially, this game has, so, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room with this game. It is basically gross in the sense that it is all about getting pregnant, and as you've been cursed by the goddess of flesh, you can only give birth to eggs.
Whoa!
So,
Yeah, I can see that.
instead of having to carry a baby for 9 months, you carry an egg for 24 hours and then give birth to it. So,
Okay.
the entire, premise of the game is basically you have to avoid getting pregnant. Because being pregnant slows you down, and you have to sit through the animation every time you want to give birth, which is fucking awful. I hate it. Some of
Imagine
the
you went through that many times.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty bad. Some of the tags on this game are BDSM, combat, corruption, fantasy, female protagonist, Fuda/trans, groping, group sex, internal view, lactation, male domination, monster, monster girl, pregnancy, prostitution, rape, tentacles, tit fucking vaginal sex. So, essentially...
Can I just point out that so far all of our games have had...
No, Monkeys has
tags in
it.
it.
Monkeys is the only one without the R tag, I think. But even his is
This
questionable
one had
because it's
it.
mind control, so...
Well, it had it because of the mind control, but...
Oh, yeah. But this game, it doesn't do a good job explaining this. Basically, you rarely fuck humans, though. They're always werewolves, demons, cultists, which I guess are humans, but they're, evil, partly demonic. And then, orcs. Orcs are, the starting one, and then, yeah. I'm just gonna roll past that. This game has a great story. I won't spoil it, but basically... the game is centered around the gods of this world, and how you are special in some way that I won't spoil. It's a very good game. If you want to download it... Yeah, if you want to download it, Victor Black has a Patreon where he posts public versions and also private versions if you want to actually subscribe to his Patreon. He's fairly consistent with uploading this game. It's currently on version 0.9.24. It is for Windows and Mac. I don't think I can show any of the pictures, except... Well, I guess I could show this picture. Yeah, I can show this picture. So this is an example of what the game's graphics look like when they said it was 3D. I typically don't like 3D games, but this one I feel... outside of looking kind of amateurish, I guess you could say, or not highly detailed like most porn games. This is an example of one of the demons. I think this is the goddess of flesh, actually, if I remember correctly. And there is the female protagonist, where you can change her sizes freely, by the way, in the settings menu. So do you guys have any questions about this game?
The problem is, you're too good at explaining your game.
I know, right? I'm gonna see if there's another picture I can show.
That and I just got heavily distracted by something.
Of course you did. But, the main character is a nymphomaniac, by the way.
Of
course she is. That makes sense.
Yeah. That's a very big integral plot part of the game, is the fact that your character's a nymphomaniac and has an unridiculous sex drive. Or, ridiculous sex drive, I mean. Unrealistic, or godlike sex drive, you could say. Yeah.
See.
I think we should just go to the next game then, because you guys don't really have any questions about this or anything. I explained it pretty well.
You're too good at explaining this.
Yeah. I can say that the game originally came out in 2017, is still being worked on to this day, so shit's good.
That's not unusual.
Yeah.
I mean, some creators are really devoted to updating their game, even though it's been out for years.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Oh no, I'm sorry, this game came out 2018, my bad. July 5th. So yeah. Next game up would be... Yes, you can talk about either of your two games.
Or just the one. My next game is Scarlet Law. It's on version 3.1. When I played it last, it was version 0.12, and it still had me for 3 days of content. Oh. Long game.
Looking at the pictures, it is a 3D game that is in a style of a visual novel.
It is a visual novel.
It is on the Ren'Py engine, so yes, it is a visual novel. The worst engine. Cough, cough.
It's the only one I can play.
You played RPG Maker earlier.
Well, okay, RPG Maker and Ren'Py, okay? Those are my options.
And HTML.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of options. I have to
I'm just saying.
Visual novel has got to be Ren'Py.
I'm just saying, I hate Ren'Py myself.
It doesn't matter.
It's worth mentioning this game came out in 2020. So tell us about
the main premise of the game is that you are a mixed breed of human and ancient human with magic abilities. You meet a goddess, and you have to provide the goddess with essence in order for said goddess to manifest. You put said essence into a public lake, and the goddess manifests. At which point the goddess tells you about the Scarlet Law, the Scarlet Law, which the game is named after. It's a law which says every female born into the country of Scarlet has a contract placed upon their head, which can be bought when they turn 18 years old if they are unmarried. It's fun.
So you have to buy the girls in order to save them. That's what it says in the overview.
So you buy them,
Yes.
save them.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you
mostly-
don't buy them, they'll go to some, scummy guy, who might, kill them or something.
Yeah, kill them. That's what that guy's gonna do.
Let's be honest. What's some of the worst things you can do is, necrophilia, or, what's the other word? I can't remember.
Mother-daughter threesome.
That too, but I was mostly referring to slaves.
Necrophilia. Yeah, no, that's on a whole other level of fucked up.
That's what I'm saying, you're saving the
They
girls
are
from
slaves.
that kind of fate.
But they're still technically your slaves.
Yeah. But it's like you're a good slave owner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Anyway.
are actually a good slave owner.
Oh.
You're not like can you choose a path in it, or are you undoubtedly good?
No, Monkey, the contracts you buy are your mother, your sister, your childhood friend. Who else do you buy? The building constructor's daughter. Yeah, those are the 4 contracts you buy. You also, where I left off, there was 6 roles in the game. Your mother, your sister, your childhood friend, the princess of the land, your construction builder, looks like a male but is actually female.
Tomboy.
Yes. But with big breasts.
Obviously, of course.
The goddess, the princess's handmaid, which is actually a robot. The fox girl. Those are the 9 girls that the last I played.
Okay.
You have the there's a tax that each time you buy a new contract, the tax goes up by a certain amount of money.
So every time you buy something, the cost for the tax goes up. So it's basically like Animal Crossing or something like that.
If they call it a waifu tax, each time you buy a new Charlotte contract, your waifu tax goes up. But anyway, you first buy your sister and your mother's contract because you want it to basically save them from a life of communism. You become your mother's and your sister's slave owner. But yeah, you're a good slave owner because it's your mother and your sister. Are you gonna treat them like shit? And your childhood friend who you've got a crush on.
And at that point, maybe you should talk about the tags of this game.
Yes. So in case if it wasn't already well aware, there is the incest tag, the blackmail tag, the
exhibitionism.
Yes, that one. Voyeurism. Fuck. Vaginal sex. Tripping.
He said vaginal.
Yes, it did. Make fun of me for it, I dare you.
I know you said it wrong though. That's why I'm making fun of you.
I don't care. Those are just some of the tags.
Yes. Also harem, fantasy, sandbox, and stripping.
I did say some of those.
I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Also, fun fact: there's a TikTok about the game.
Oh no. God, TikTok.
Oh no.
God.
The creators actually went out of their way to make the animated 3D characters an actual TikTok page.
That sounds awful. I mean, okay, but also cringe. Either way, let's go to Monkey's next game because we're almost out of time for this episode. Nice. Alcoholics apparently got a Paramount ad.
Probably. It might be foreshadowing.
Using.
You should talk about your bottom game, Monkey.
What bottom game?
No, I mean the one at the bottom of the list.
Alright. Love Wolf Tales, yeah, right.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep the last one as my last one. Yeah, okay. So Wolf Tales is a visual novel, and it's actually not. You have the option to play it as a normal game or as a porn game, but it is very well written. And as you may understand, it's a story about wolf girls. You can play as a male or a female. I played it as a guy, and what happens is basically you open the game and you find 2 wolf girls basically lost at your door, and you live out in the woods in a cabin. very far away from civilization. And they are lost and they are both freezing to death. So you let them in, you take care of them, and eventually you start building a relationship with them. And you can go into the relation with the basically the princess of the wolf girl tribe, or with the route of her bodyguard, basically. But you can't do both. If you go on one track, you can't go with the other wolf girl. And
What's the difference?
The difference is that if you choose to go on the bodyguard route, you'll have to play the game again to get the princess of the tribe route. Like you'll have to load a save, because there's no scenes with the princess if you've chosen the bodyguard like I did.
I see. It's like path choosing.
Yeah, it's path choosing. Also, shout out to Show, because when we streamed this on his channel like a year ago, he flashed titties on his stream and then hit the titties with his submarine.
That was awesome. I remember that. I was
That
there
was
for that.
fucking great. I also think he flashed one of the pussy of one of the wolf girls.
He did, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he did. And he never got blocked by Twitch.
I remember.
Props to him.
But I remember he definitely used the submarine because that was hilarious. What I remember most about that night is me arguing in his chat with another player about something ridiculous.
I believe it. So where was I again before we went on this tangent?
I don't remember, honestly.
Fuck, so yeah.
Pretty much explains the game.
And it's fun because, like, in this world, you are not allowed to interact with animal girls because they're like their own people. They often live out in the open. Like wolf girls and, well, the wolf people live out in the open. They live in the woods. And
That's bullshit.
it's fun to see, like, you start your jeep, your character drives a jeep, and then both of them are scared of the jeep, and when you try to pass to take the vacuum cleaner out to clean the house, both of them attack the vacuum cleaner because they don't know what it is and they're scared of it. Yes, I'm talking about the wolf called alcoholics. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, alcoholics. And well, yeah, like
Don't forget the bath part.
Oh yeah, the bad part. What we go to bed with them at some point during that time, right? And then you can get a bad scene with one of them, which is a lot more interesting. Let's go with that.
It's entertaining, to say the least.
It's very entertaining. Karma's got the word. Like, if you like visual novels, I highly recommend playing it. It's a very good one. And it's not too long, too. And, of course, like, there's,
Oh, the tags.
I don't want to spoil too much, because at some point you do save them. I'm not gonna tell you from what, though. You're gonna have to play the game to figure that out.
From humanity.
From a douchebag.
Yes,
Just leave
humanity.
it at that.
Remember that. I think I was there for that, actually. I don't remember.
You were there for that.
Entirely clearly, but I think I remember bits and pieces of that part of the game.
Hey, Jenny, hello!
Oh, look at that.
You found us talking about porn games.
So we could not have chosen a better episode to come in.
Yes.
Yeah, you get to hear us talk about all the fucked up porn games we've found for this episode. Especially these two.
I'm not even done yet.
I know
I
you're
still
not.
have one more.
Shall we move on to my next game now, or do you have more to say about your visual novel, Wolf Tales?
I think you're tired of hearing me talk about visual novels, right?
Yeah.
Alright, go on ahead then.
So my game is called Last Evil. It doesn't have a lot of tags because I don't think there is a lot of tags. Like, the person who uploaded it didn't tag it right. You play as a succubus, and the main goal of the game is to meet the devil, basically, and awaken him so that he may kill all the people who have been killing and enslaving and a bunch of other shit to succubuses and other demons. So the Great Demon. It is a roguelike strategy card game, though. That is what brought me into it. If you know, what's that game called? There's a game that's very similar, but I can't remember the name of it.
You're gonna have to give us more detail if you want us to help you.
It's a roguelike strategy card game. That's the part that's similar.
Again, that's not enough details for me to help you.
Of War?
No. What?
Roguelike.
It's not a porn game.
You said it was a
card
porn game. I knew it wasn't.
Slay the Spire. That's what it's called. If you know Slay the
Never
Spire,
heard of it.
the gameplay is exactly like Slay the Spire. Yeah, no, Gwent, definitely. I will show a picture of what the
Gwent, I know that one.
Stuff looks like. So this is what the gameplay looks like. I had to very carefully select these images that I'm showing you. But you have the mana essence here, and then your lust meter here. How many cards are in your deck, and how many cards are in your discard. And then how many cards are permanently removed, because you can permanently remove cards, depending on what their effects are. So everything has a mana cost and then an effect, and the entire game is based around that. Most of them are like deal damage or gain armor. And that is how you do things. At the top left, you can get different items to improve. You start off with one. Also worth mentioning, by the way, this game has a hard mode. I will not go into it because it's huge spoilers, but basically after you beat the game the first time, you can play the hard mode, and holy shit is it hard.
It's called hard mode for a reason, Raven.
Yeah, but like some games with hard mode aren't that hard. This game's hard mode is hard. It's like the Radical Red of Pokemon game ROM hacks. It's that kind of hard. So, yeah. This is what you see at the end of every battle. Basically, you can collect essence, which means you unlock the sex scene, and you also get the currency, but you lose all of your lust. Or you can extract essence, which means you just get a little bit of currency and you don't get a scene. And then this is what the game looks like between fights. This looks a little different from how it normally looks. I think this is a very old image. But, yeah, you can find mimics, and you can go to shops, and you can find resting points, mini-bosses, enemies, choices, and then the final boss of the floor that you're on. And after the 4 floors, you go ahead and you fight the Great Demon, or wake up the Great Demon. Hint, hint, wink, wink. You don't actually wake him up. I'm going to turn off my monitor turn off the screen while I go ahead and look really quick for another picture. Actually, I can't show you any more pictures, probably. But the gameplay is essentially, if you want to surrender at any point because the battle is going badly or whatever, you can actually surrender. You'll unlock a sex scene where the opponent dominates you instead of you dominating them, but in exchange you get a piece of, handcuffs, or nipple clamps, or a yoke. Don't ask me what that fucking yoke is, but it's a thing.
Why do you need a yoke?
A yoke is basically a piece of wood where you put your hands and head through it.
Oh!
Yeah.
You said yoke and I had a nag in mind.
Yeah, no, that's why I said don't ask me what the fuck a yoke is, because it's weird. But the entire game is humans. You never have sex with animals, so thank God there's no bestiality tag. Thank fuck.
We didn't know that was a necessity, but apparently it is.
It's a necessity for me to have to talk about it, because the one game fucking had it. So
I
thank
know
God
the
it's
one game
not.
fucking had it.
This game does have tentacles, it has turn-based strategy, humor, monsters, group sex, a female protagonist, and BDSM.
Nice!
There is a mimic in the game, there is a lot of humans who want to capture you.
Wait, back up. How the fuck do you have sex with a mimic?
It has tentacles.
Yeah, that makes...
Also, have you never seen a mimic have sex before? There's like tons of examples I can think of.
Oh yeah, easily. I didn't.
I actually haven't. No.
All right.
When I heard of that, I immediately thought of two different solutions to that. Immediately, one's a lot more different than the other.
You've never heard of Derpixian?
Pixian. The fuck is a Pixian?
Derpixian.
I have.
I will
What is
link
a
it
Pixian?
in the... we'll link it in the straight channel. You can watch that later. Either way, he's an artist. Do you guys have any other questions about my game, though?
Oh.
I think I explained it pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So... Alright, so you kind of just go around and do what a succubus does.
Yeah, basically. Also, by the way, the game is on Steam. I think it costs $10? Yeah, $10.
The lore is very simple to the point.
Well, the lore is basically that the great demon disappeared, and it's believed that he was sealed underground by the humans. So you have to go through a dungeon. First, you have to sneak your way into the dungeon, which isn't actually in the game, but that's part of the lore. And then you have to get past orcs, goblins, humans, other demons, werewolves. You have to get past all of these, things, slimes, all these other monsters, in order to actually get to the Great Demon. And then there's a story with the Great Demon, and then that unlocks hard mode, which unlocks even more story. But
Okay,
again,
so hard mode is a whole different story.
Kind of. It's a different ending.
Ah, okay.
But it's the same, gameplay and everything, and same, monsters and enemies. I actually, fun fact, do not have this game 100%ed, because I have not run into all the bosses yet, and mini-bosses. Because it's completely RNG if you run into them, and you have to run into them at least 3 times in order to unlock the scenes. You have to surrender to them, you have to lose to them, and you have to win against them. So every enemy has at least 3 scenes, or at least 2 scenes, I should say. Sometimes the surrender and loss is the same scene. But the game is completed, and it came out in 2020. Okay. I would like to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to ask you guys to continue on, and to,
yeah, I got this.
Yeah, go to Karma's next game.
Got this.
Alright, Karma, let's talk about your fucked up game.
This has a lot of tags.
Oh god, even better.
Fucked up doesn't even describe... Fucked up doesn't even describe it, my man.
Really? Oh
this
god,
game is
that last says everything.
So how do you pronounce this, do you think?
Let's see.
Renryu Ascension.
Renryu.
Let me take a crack at it.
No, Renryu is definitely pronounced correctly.
Well, I know how the
Yeah,
section is
Renryu.
correct correctly, so.
Well, let's go see how the Japanese would would pronounce it.
Either way, moving on. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Let's take
Didn't
our
go, I got
sweet
this.
time.
I don't want to go to the bathroom and come back in 20 minutes and have you guys just sitting here and not talking.
Okay. Anyway, Renryu Ascension is a very long game. Let me just start by saying that.
Yeah,
Very long.
it came out in 2016 and it looks like it was recently updated only 4 months ago.
Do you,
Yeah.
Raven? Do you want me and Karma to entertain the chat while you go to the bathroom?
It might be a while, so no.
All right.
Like I said, I don't want to be here for like 20 minutes gone and then have to come back to you two having nothing to talk about. So I'd rather we just talk about the next stuff within like the next 10 minutes and then I can end the episode.
All right.
Anyway, Renryu Ascension. Your main character, Ren. Oh, Renryu actually is his name. He's half demon, half dragon. Oh, you're half demon, half dragon, and you found bandits attacking the next king. Take up the king's medal. You get found by new guards who are like, "Oh wait, you have the medal. You must be the new king." So you're basically just like thrust into this new whole world of now the king, and you weren't actually king. You were just a soldier before. Now you're suddenly the king, and no one knows the difference because the king that was murdered in front of you, like, never was shown to the public. They don't know what he looks like. The only thing they know is that this new king has this medal that you just got because you picked it off the person's dead body after murdering the bandits that killed him. Now you're suddenly the king. And now you have a guard captain who's next to you, your friend Baki, who's like a ninja. And you have to rebuild the kingdom and in harem members, basically. So some of the harem members are a vampire, an angel, and I think gunslinger. I don't remember who else was there. Right, the ninja. I'm trying to think of who else was there. Oh, I can't remember any. It's been a while since I played it, but those are just some of the harem. And you gotta rebuild the kingdom. There's different scenes. Got to birth to a new. You gotta make a new heir, which basically means you have to. You know what that means?
Yes.
Breed.
Anybody. You have to breed with maids or whoever you want to make a new heir, basically.
Hey, talk about this screen I'm showing on stream. It has policies, finances, and laws.
Those are the kingdoms. That's like the kingdom balance thing. Like, you can decide your policies of the kingdom, like, can women join the army or not.
Interesting.
Most of your...
Question.
Like,
can you avoid the porn in this game?
Some of it, yes.
But not all of it. So it is some mandatory.
Right, the very first scene is mandatory. Scene with the headmaid is mandatory. Other than that, if you don't want to increase your relationship level with any of the females in your party, and those are mandatory. Those are optional. Most of the other scenes are optional, but yeah. Oh, right, the tags. Yes, let me just see. So it's a 2D game. It's an adventure. Hey gal.
It's an RPG Maker game, by the way.
RPG Maker game. It's got BDSM, pie, fantasy, roping, group sex, harem, humiliation, lesbian, male domination, corruption, cosplay, tentacles, management, monster girl, pregnancy, prostitution, rape, romance, slave, strategy, turn-based combat, trainer, transformation. Oh, those are just some of them. Oh, it's also got furry content.
Good to know.
Nice.
It also has a very interesting battle system, it looks like, where you can target specific parts of the body.
Yes.
How specific?
Head, arms, body, and legs.
Yeah.
Okay, so there must be like a weakness system where like some characters have like...
some... Yes. Like, so for instance, Monkey, you have like swords, you have rapiers, and you have spells. Some enemies are weak to slashing, which means like your swords and your daggers. Some are weak to piercing, which is your spears and your rapiers. Some are weak to magic, which are your spells. There's a leveling system too. If you get these things, well, I don't remember what they're called, but you can upgrade party members and yourself and your own skills. Like, for instance, for your ninja, there's the ice tree and the wind tree. There's 3 wind spells and 3 ice spells that the ninja can learn. Increase their parameters as a ninja.
I will download this game later. Oh, I can't download it. I tried a different website.
I will definitely say that if you do want to download this, a walkthrough would definitely help a lot.
No, I refuse. I like my trainer games going in blind.
You're gonna have a very hard time.
Yes. You know, actually, I have a porn game or a non-porn game this reminds me of. I believe it's called Save the Queen, where you have to rule over as a queen, or like a princess, basically, until you become the queen. And it's very difficult, and it also has a lot of, like, political and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I didn't mention that, but you can attend political meetings with other countries, establish trade laws.
Yeah, but this game is all RPG Maker, so it's all, you know, just okay or mediocre, honestly.
What's your problem with RPG Maker?
Just looks like shit, usually.
Yeah, but the scenes are sometimes well made.
I've seen really good RPG Maker games. I'm looking at the screenshots. This is not a really well-made RPG Maker game. Okay?
No, I mean, it's not, but it's got its selling points.
It does, definitely. Being niche, and also that King's stuff where you can customize like the finances is really cool.
I mean, you don't see that often,
My
especially in the
personal
porn game.
Yeah.
That's why I said this game is extremely, extremely long. Most of your time will easily be taken up building the kingdom, of searching for the porn scenes.
So it's it's like a society building game with porn game aspects in it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, I describe it personally as a strategy kingdom building game with X in it.
Alright, can we please move on to Monkey's last game now?
Oh, I get shit on a game now.
Yes, so this game only has 5 tags, so you know it's good.
So, when if you remember, I had COVID a couple months back, and when I had COVID, I was stuck 24 hours a day in my bedroom doing nothing. So when I had nothing to do at some point, I grabbed my VR headset and was like, hey, let's try this. I paid $10 for that game, by the way.
Oh, by the way, the game is no longer on Steam.
Perfect.
Yeah.
it doesn't deserve to be on Steam. It's a fucking shithell. So, I was like, you know what? VR porn game. Sure, let's try it. I'm curious. Holy shit! Worst fucking idea in my life. You're like looking at the a dude's head at what is basically your girlfriend slash wife slash whatever the fuck she is. But it's so uncoordinated, and like if you move a little, it fucks everything up, and then you get teleported to the other side of the fucking room. It was made for VR, but not well adapted to VR.
And there also is a desktop version now, by the way.
I know there was, but I wanted to play the VR version because I was like, holy shit! That's what I was curious about, and I know there is a desktop version, but I decided to go with the VR one. And it gets repetitive at some point because it's basically like fucking in different positions with no lore in different settings. Like it.
Oh yes, the lore fanatic doesn't like a game doesn't have lore in it.
It doesn't have. It doesn't have lore. The only lore that you get is that the girl in front of you is in some sort of relationship with you.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't advise playing VR porn games because they are hell of not worth it. They are basically you'll lose your time. You're better off going to spend that same $10 on a porn game on Steam at its desktop.
Yeah. Okay.
Do not spend money on a porn game.
Earlier, Karma asked what the name of the game was. I don't know if Monkey actually said it because I didn't hear either, but it's called...
Love Vibe Aria.
Yeah, Love Vibe Aria. By Red Vibe Studio, which is a defunct studio, I believe, now.
Yeah, and
oh, no, wait,
Aria
they have
is
a
the name of
website.
the girlfriend.
Oh, they have a website for Eden Love, which looks the exact same. Except with an elf.
I believe it! They just took the same concept and changed the character.
Guess how much it costs on Steam, buddy?
How much?
$10.
$15.
Oh, fuck it, they bumped up the price!
But wait, there's 2 girls now.
Oh.
Wow!
We paid $5 for an extra girl.
Yeah.
One of them, the devs now.
One of them is a wood elf, the other one is a moon elf, it says.
The fuck is a moon elf?
It's basically a dark elf. They have purple skin. It basically... It is a VR-only game. This game does not have a desktop mode like Aria does. Oh wait, there's more!
There's more! It gets shittier!
So you guys want to play a game called Orc Massage? That sounds a lot better.
Isn't that on Steam or something?
It is. It's a $15 game, and yeah, it's adults only. Actually looks pretty fucking good, all things considered. Here, I'll send a link to it in the game.
Yeah, I have it open right now.
Yeah. Either way. I have to go to the bathroom, like, really fucking badly now. So we're going to raid Azuki and then fucking leave off.
I was gonna say.
No, we're done now. That was the last game. We have nothing else to say about the shitty game, so...
This piece of shit, and I think Raven really wants to end this.
I really have to go to the bathroom. That's the only reason. Otherwise, normally I would keep going. But I'm sorry.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh, I missed an Emolga. Oh well. Alright, everyone, if you're here, please use the NTR raid as the raid message. If you have the emote, please use our raid emote. If you want to check out our YouTube, our Discord, or our Twitter, there you go. Make sure you're 18 plus if you join the Discord. And you can get updates.
We'll laugh at you and kick you.
Yes, we'll laugh at you and kick you if you're not 18 plus. Also, it is worth mentioning that we do post whenever we go live on both our Twitter and on our Discord. Join us this Wednesday to get
a continuation of our Pokemon Soul Walk.
Yeah.
Yes, If y'all were not aware, we have a series called NTR Plays now.
Yes, NTR Plays, and we will be playing NTR Plays Pokemon Soul Lock, you know what I mean.
Yeah, these guys made me start Pokemon, and the first game they chose is Pokemon Emerald.
Yeah, it's only the hardest one. Or, well, it's not the hardest one, but it's hard.
The hardest one of the three.
Yeah.
I'll admit to that.
Azuki just had a horrible fail. Let's raid him and then make fun of him.
Good. Let's go laugh at
enough.
Izuki Umbra.
Yes, laugh at Azuki Umbra. Make sure you use NTR Raid if you guys have the emotes. And, like I said, join all those, give us your money, and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Well, almost goodbye. Okay, goodbye, everyone.